All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On 2nd down, Purdy. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9. Back to the air again is Purdy. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, out to punt. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. They go play action for Lawrence. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
Lawrence will give it to Bigsby. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The 49ers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ball start, offense.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's got his man complete to Pearsall. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. And he will score. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown San Francisco. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jaguars offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7 0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, Ayuk has it. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll go play action. Purdy. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Purdy gonna put it up again. That's Ayuk with it on the left side.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
This is caught at the 2. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to run with McCaffrey. And he will dive into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Keelan Robinson to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now here's Lawrence. He will find Thomas into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange. Second down and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Throwing is Lawrence. And that'll be caught by the running back, Bigsby. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, Sahara.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. To throw is Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The 49ers offense headed back to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. We'll go down as an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Purdy. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On fourth down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This from an even 50 yards out. Moody's kick is good. And the Niners going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They go play action for Lawrence. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The throw left side, taken in by Thomas.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. Second down, Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And that is no good. He missed it. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Timeout 49ers. That is their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Back to the air is Purdy. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day. They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their running back set to go once more. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. This one hauled in by Thomas. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment defense. Still 2nd down.
it's Bigsby. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now here's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. 3rd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Jaguars.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy headed back on the field for their next possession. And we'll run you through some of the highlights from earlier in this one. There's just the one touchdown pass. Doesn't look remarkable if you look at the stat sheet, but watching the game, you see when the throws needed to be made, he has made them. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. A 2nd down throw here for Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. To the goal line and in. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown, 49ers. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Bigsby. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 29-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. It's a gain of 34.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. A run up the middle with Bigsby. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. Man in motion is Brown. They'll try and run here with Bigsby. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. That one good for 15 and a 1st down. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Lawrence. That is caught. And he's in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. Give him 14 on that one. First down, 49ers.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Purdy, finding his tight end, Farrell. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He will find Thomas. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Bigsby. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They go play action for Lawrence. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring them down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
All right, let's go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. This one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now going to try to polish this thing off here in the 4th. They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. His 5th catch of the afternoon, good for a 1st down.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On the give, it's McCaffrey. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 49ers 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's McCaffrey. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. A chance to get him closer to that finish line. It is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he will power his way into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, Give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And he finds his way to the end zone again. Scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend the lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Jags offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Lawrence now on second down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. The throw left side taken in by Thomas. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. That is brought in at the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball...
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the deficit. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Niners offense getting set to get back to work. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.